Please turn off the ad block, subscribe, and share. Links will be below for anyone wanting to support this channel.
Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViews Nope, and today we are going to get into another coding application. And what we're making today is a basic browser with a couple buttons and stuff like that, an internet browser. This is not going to be too advanced, as I never could get work with Netflix as far as the video side. And like if I fool around with it, I can eventually get there, but I don't feel there's a need, because the simple fact is I can get work with YouTube, and in a job workforce you really don't need to know too much about that. As far as browsers goes, you need to know more on these other things, because how many companies out there actually make a browser? So as far as that goes, what we're going to get into this video is how to basically make your first application a basic application and actually throw some functions into it using Visual Studio. This is going to be a pure Windows application, and I probably will end up building onto it over time. This will be shared on GitHub, so feel free to go there and check out the stuff. But let's jump on in. So first things first is we're going to open up Visual Studio. I have 2015 version. As far as that goes, it doesn't really matter which version you have. Just make sure you got Visual Studio. Go to New Project, and then from here we want to go to Windows Form Application. We're eventually going to get into the universal applications, but for now, this is just going to be a basic Windows Form application. In fact, what's probably going to end up happening, and so you know ahead of time, and it's not like all shocker at toward, probably going to end up happening in all realistic expectations, is this is going to be can, as far as we're going to get as far as we can with this today, and then it's probably going to end up being can. And then I'm going to start working on universal applications, because realistically, universal applications has a lot more potential into it. Maybe I'll fix this one every so often as we move through, but let's just be realistic here. But as far as that goes, so we're using Visual C and Windows Form. We need to name this whatever we want. For this, I'm going to name it as just Tech Reviews and Help, and press OK. So from here, it's going to build up its stuff, and we're going to give it a couple seconds. So that's pretty fast. Now, as far as this goes, this is your application. Congratulations, you just made a software. Now it doesn't do anything, but hey, you can press start and it will come up like this. So as far as this goes, what we're going to do is, I'm not really sure what causes this bug over here, by the way, the toolbox. But as far as this goes, we're going to need to throw a couple buttons on. So let's go through 3 buttons for 3 playlists. So hacking, coding, in Windows, and then we're going through forward, back, and a go button. We're going through a status bar, status strip, sorry about that. And what this is going to be used for is when the web pages is loading, you can actually see it loading and stuff. We're going to throw a label. We're going to throw a web browser in here, and we need one more thing, which is a menu strip. Menu strips, and it's always at the top. You can probably edit that, but as far as that goes, for the menu strip, let's just type something out here so we can see it. So I'm just going to do about, I might actually just rename this just the browser if this is going to be can. I'm still not decided about that. For the menu strip, because as you notice it has the same color, what I will do is click on that and click back color to change it just a bit, go to custom, and that way you can just have an offset. Maybe a little bit more than that. That's a little too much, so I guess we kind of have to go with that. And now you can see the difference. We're going to fix that up in a bit. Probably end up just doing green, whatever. But as far as that goes, down here, let's add show progress bar, show status label. And basically when we load a web page, this progress bar will fill up, and then we got a label, so we can rename this to status, I don't know, yeah, status, I guess. I don't know. So with the buttons, let's throw them over here and start naming them. Let's go hacking videos. Go down. Hacking. And basically what we just did is I changed the text here with this up here, and I changed what the button on behind the scenes is called. So when I start coding, I'm doing the actual code side, which is not going to be too much, or we know what to reference this button as. Otherwise it's going to be button 1, 2, 3, and that doesn't say nothing to me, unless if that's really, it only has like 2 or 3 buttons. So let's make this a little bit bigger. Hacking videos. What was this? Coding. And coding videos. Windows videos. Windows. Let's see here. Come on. Go. Wait. Let's use symbols for this. So let's say go back is that. Go forward. Oh, I forgot to label this. Back. Oh, I forgot the text box, by the way. Forward. If I'm misspelling this, keep in mind I didn't major in English. So if you got a problem with that, go somewhere else. So as far as that goes, we got that done. Let me get a text box before I forget again, because otherwise you ain't gonna type out your addresses. So from here, what we have is hacking videos, coding. Let's line all this up. Let's space this out, because this, let's be realistic, this is pretty much going to be it. And for the label, what I want to do is, this is an old trick that I've been doing for a long time in Android. And what you do is you take a label, you throw it in, and it's a separator. It's a separator bar. What you do is you take a label, you color the background, you take the word label out, or whatever, it's automatically in there depending on the workstation, and you resize it. And things like Android Studio, Android stuff, it's a little bit easier to resize it. So yeah. So what we want to do is, with this, let's just resize this automatically. So click on label, then what we want to do is go to minimum size, and I'm going to do 8 by, is that width or height? Yeah, 8 width by, I don't know, 700. I don't know what the, if we take out label right now, it's going to keep that. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it goes 0, 0, and you can't grab it. You have to do a highlight motion. Now, oh crap. And I forgot to change the background. Go to the background, customize it, change that. Let's remove label now that we can actually see it. And there you go. And yeah, that's pretty good. Like, we can make it smaller. But what we want to do is now anchor it top. For this case, because it's more on the left side, top and left, because it's more on the left side. It has to be anchored on one of the sides. And if it's more on the right side, then it needs to be on the right. If it's more on the left, it's left side. But it needs to be top and bottom, because it's going to be stretched on top and bottom. If it's a horizontal, then it's left and right, and then wherever it's more towards. So as far as that goes, that just means that let's actually make this a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, because I didn't realize this. Or we can just do this. There you go. Ta-da. Now I gotta adjust some of this other crap. So let's make this web browser that big. Just throw this all the way to over here, a little bit margin. And let's throw these down here. You can probably pretty much get the idea. Start with this one. Trying to make sure, come on. Oh well, hopefully it's centered. Ish. There's an easier way to do it. I ain't that OCD with it. Let's lower this down. Lower this down about right here, and lower this down a little bit more, so it looks a little bit better. So again, this is just a label. I just change the background and say hide them with whatever, and you just anchor it, and that's that. So now what we're going to do is change the background of everything. So we're going to do black background, and same thing with down here, black background, and try to do green text. Green text. So as you see here, you might have to do one of these things to get all that. And for this, I forgot to do green text, but we're going to do green text. And for the buttons, what we're going to do is hover over that. And what we're going to do is go to background image, and we're going to throw in our own image. Go to import, go to, I think I got in this one. There's a button. So now we got our button. As a button I used like a year ago. Still useful. Now as far as this goes, we want to, if we want to change this, we can change the background and whatever. But like that, but I don't exactly want to. And what I want to do is just click that and click black text for that. And basically I can add things in here, and it's just going to have black text. It's just easier on me. It's laziness, but it's easier. Now, as far as that goes, this is basically the layout. we need to make sure all of this is like so. Anchor all that, so top left and bottom, so it goes whatever. For here, anchor that to the top left, anchor this, crap, didn't see that, I hate that voice thing, on both sides and top. Then basically what this will do is, this will make it stretch. If you pull one side or the other, it makes it stretch. And this needs to be anchored to the right side, because it needs to be on the right side thing. It's on the right side of stuff. And this needs to be anchored on all sides. And that way, if you're pulling on any side, it will resize on all sides. So from here, we can add more. Support or help us grow. Again, try to make that black text so people can see it. And if you type down here, you can do like PayPal, whatever, and you can go right if you want. And we can go further, but to code on that, I'll show you that in a second. To code on this stuff, basically what I need to do is make a couple variables. What I want to do is double click on this. This takes me to the form loader. I don't care about this. Let's minimize this. Let's add a few spaces here. We're going to make a private. For the autocomplete, it took me a while to figure this one out. For autocomplete, what you need to do is whenever you type out things and it tries to do the autocomplete, hit enter, it will take you a line down. I hate that so much. Hit tab and it just takes you to the right over. Sometimes I forget that myself. Crap. Sorry about that, hit wrong key. Let's open this up so I can actually see what I'm doing. That should have been right. That's because I didn't complete it. Void. No, we're not doing text box. We're doing a function. So with this, what we're going to do is go to site, and we're going to do one of these, one of those, and one of those. And basically, what this is instead of typing out this same code over and over and over, we're going to just type it out once, and then type out go to site whenever that code should be presented, so we don't mess it up. So with this, it's web browser 1 dot navigate, and then text box 1 dot text, and then we're going to close the thing, capital T. All right, and that's that. So that's a pretty simple way of doing it. So what I can do is go and double click on that so we can start the code, and just simply do a go to site and close that, and there you go. So we can actually tell it to, you know, go to a site or whatever. Now, as far as this goes, this is what we just did is basically say that whatever you type up here in this text box, if you hit that, then it will take you to there and to this area, this just bottom area. It's that simple. So from there, what we want to do is, I like to use comments to separate things. So we just do 2 slashes and keep in mind each language has its own different way of getting comments. If you want to do a multi-line comment, like say for example, I do 2 slashes, press A, and now it takes me out of comments. If I want to do multi-lines, do slash star and then close that. It's star and then other slash, and it anything in between here I can type whatever I want, and we're good. In fact, I'll show you a trick that I do whenever I make stuff. What was this? Oh, it's go button. And that way it's actually stand out a bit. Let's do it here too. To side, it makes it stand out a little bit easier. Let's close this because that does take up a lot of space. So from there, what we need to do is let's do the 4 button. Let's see, what was it? Web browser 1. See, go for, is it 4 button? Yeah, it's 4 button. And then one of these, and then one of those, and we're good. So we just made a 4 button. That's simple. And for this, for the back button, it's the same, but it's not go back. And there, one of those, and there, one of those to close it out for the syntax. And we're good. So from here, these are a little bit more interesting. We can't use this go to site with them. What was it, hacking? So I can actually do that. What we want to do is take this entire thing, entire line, paste it down here, and we want to go to a given website. Let's see if I can find one. So my other one, I just copied a link to it. What I want to do is in here, do open quotations, paste the link, and then close quotations. And this takes me to the thing itself. Now, what that does is when I click the hacking button, it takes me to this site, which is the playlist for the hacking videos. So it's that simple. And I can do the same thing with the other ones. Just make sure I do the right site. Let's throw this down here so I don't have to go back and forth. And I'll be right back. Now we have that done. What I can do to top this off is let's just throw this here, the my channel. So we have that, and let me show you it working, and I'll show you how to actually go to a given website on startup. So right now we got everything working. Let's press go, and it takes a second or two, and keep in mind I didn't program this yet. So it took us to my channel. Click hacking, and it goes to hacking, coding, it goes to coding, take it to Windows, goes to Windows, and so on. And in fact, if we want to, we can click any of these. It'll give you this warning, but with YouTube, I don't know how it works. It will just go ahead and just do it. So it'll go from there. In fact, that's proof positive that works. Press X and it shuts that down. So what do we do if we want the thing to automatically open up to a website? Well, there's one of two things you want to do. Let's initiate crap. I have to copy that thing again. My actual channel. But what we want to do is go to the initiate and which is this one. I actually didn't accidentally minus the wrong one. Sorry about that. Let me comment this. Alright, so I can just grab that. So again, we want to do another one of these, another one of these, and because this is commented out, it ain't gonna give me any errors. If I do that, it should be kicking off some errors, or yeah, potentially kicking off some errors. So from here, what we want to do is, again, open quotations. Let's copy this, paste that, close the quotations, and it should be working. Alright, let's press play. Oh, and where you put exact code, it doesn't exactly matter. Now, again, it takes a few seconds. It's not the best. You could do a go home and on your Internet Explorer, or I think Edge, I'm not sure, but with your Internet Explorer, your Internet options, whatever's marked home, they'll go home from there. So you can even have a home button. But yeah. And if you want to go advanced enough, you can actually make a Internet options tab and everything. Keep in mind, it's going to be very, very difficult to really make a full-fledged browser and one that's worthwhile, because you're competing against Chrome, Firefox, and now Microsoft if they're going back in game, possibly Apple if they fix their crap. But for the most part, that's why I'm saying it's not worth it for me to really struggle and with trying to fix all these little tiny problems. You will come across a lot of script errors. So with that, let's unpin that. Let's go and work on something else. So as far as this goes, the one thing you'll find is with this type of browser, it's very slow and cumbersome. Especially, I mean, you might have seen it where like you can take Chrome and it gets to Yahoo YouTube pretty quickly, but with this it takes forever. So what you want to do is go to this thing, the web browser thing, go over here to events, and what we're looking for is DocumentComplete, which amazingly enough is actually whatever. And what we want to do is do a what was it? We want to disable the text box and disable the go. So, or in this case, what DocumentComplete means is basically when it's done loading, it says document complete, and then if you got anything within the code, it will do whatever it says. So what we want to do is enable the text box, and do enable equals true, and then text box, go enable equals true, and let's go to wherever this weird thing is, to this text box dot enable equals false. And if you notice, after I put the closure on there, it spaced it out properly, so you can type it however you want, really. As long as you don't go too far off, the thing will know what you're going for. You can even type in all one line. So if I wanted to do go dot enable equals false closure, it'll work. It's bad layout because it's harder to find the errors. What did that just happen? But because what you do is you get like a red mark or something like that, depending on the workstation, and it'll just show you the line. And sometimes it'll tell you the line. Where this, you can actually get more of an idea of what you're working for. So let's start that, and if we go to something like that, it should disable it. So let's go to, I don't know. Let's go to, I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot. And like I can't click here, I can't click there. So yeah, I didn't really know what to put in there. So yeah, so you go to document complete, and the thing will do that. Document complete, basically we used it to enable it, and then use the other when you press that to disable it. So let's go into the let's do the enter. So what we want to do is click here, and like any other browser, if we click enter, we want it to go to whatever website. So what we do is go to, again, to the event, and then key press, and then what we want to do is if e dot key character equals character console key dot enter, and by the way, you can space this out. This is actually kind of hard to read. So I wanna, yep. See that? I'll space it out right there, even though it wasn't supposed to. Button. Oh yeah, that's right. I changed the names. Go. Sorry about that. Oh, here. Go. Click. And then we're doing null. No. So let's go, and right there I just pressed enter and went back. So if I went to something like google.com, I can press enter and boom, it takes me to Google. And notice that different sites have different speeds. So yeah. One thing I want to mention is the site, if it's programmed right, the site itself, then what would end up happening is this will resize itself. We need to adjust that. Crap. Sorry about that. I messed with the anchors. I shouldn't put it down. Scope properties. Where's anchors? Why am I selected? Why is it right? Yeah, those two shouldn't be selected. Let's make sure that we got it right. Yeah, it's like that. So it's whatever. Now, as far as what else am I doing? Oh, progress bar. So yeah, the progress bar, what we need to do is click this, go go back to event, and what we want to find is progress changed. I can't, let's make sure I clicked the right thing. Oh, here it is. And what we want to do is basically, every so often that web browser, it will change as far as when it's loading, and it'll give you the about on how much the progress is done, 0 through 100. So, and because we don't want a division of 0, we are going to do an if statement, saying if period current progress on those 0 at e dot max 0. Just let it space itself out. I'm pretty lazy that way. Tool strip bar, which is the thing we put on the bottom. It's always called the same. Progress bar, unless you change the name. Value equals, and we need to send an integer. So int e current times 100 divided by e max progress, close it. And if we run this, let's see here, oh, there you go. So it tells you right there, and basically that just says that the website you're going to is at 100%. So yeah. Now, as far as things goes, it's not 100% as far as it working. So take it or leave it. It's about. It's not that accurate at all. I've seen it where it doesn't show at all sometimes, and other times I've seen it where until the entire page is loaded, it kicks in. There's not much I can do about that. Again, we're not making any advanced web browser. If you want to make one, it's fine. I'm not going to make one here because there's literally just no point, and it would just take too much resources and too much liability. So one thing that you might notice that, let's go to the app real quick, and if we go to say videos, it doesn't change what this is. So what we need to do is go to, again, the progress change, and then what we need to do is put in the following text box dot text, and then equals that to web browser dot URL to string, and if we run it again, what would end up happening is you click that and boom, it changes the stuff right there. Go to google.com. Oh, and press A, and as you see here, it changes all that. Change that, and I mean, there you go. You got a normal browser. We could add more functions to it. I don't care. Let's do this, so because we're having so much fun. Let's add two. For this one, I'm going to add a L, lowercase l, and we're going to change color to cyan. For this, we're gonna leave it as is. Or we can even name it like website or whatever. But basically what happening is we can do the same here. Tool, strip, right, oops, 2. No. I don't want that. What is that thing called? Oh, stash strip. No, it's tool strip status table. What was it? 3 dot text equals web browser 1 URL to string, and there you go. So you can see it down here. It's pretty simple, and there is a way to get where if you hover over something you can actually see it down here. I'm not going to go too much more into that, because again, if you want to compete with Chrome, it's fine, but coding is in a way that you're going to have plugins, then on top of that stay on top of things. It's very difficult. But doing it where you can do basic things where, oh, here's a video of yada yada, that's fine. You can probably do that. It's no problem. This is basically has the similar limitations as a vanilla version of Internet Explorer. So yeah, if you want to play with that, great. Me, not so much. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much it. It's not much more I can show you. I could have used the split button, but I didn't. But anyways, as far as that goes, if you do have any questions or anything, this. So this, what I can do is PayPal and put in a code. So when someone selects that, let's just tell them to go to this one right now. Someone selects that. That way I don't have to hunt for a thing. Say it help us grow PayPal, and the thing will just go to whatever you link there. Obviously that's what I linked. And obviously you're gonna need to use the correct links for that. But that's just how that is. You can use it to close things and whatever. We can also use a message box that pops up, so when you know what you want to know about things. And yeah, let's actually do that real quick. Do video, and this will be on GitHub, by the way. What was my other stuff? So just making things a little bit quicker, like right there. So if we can press start, I didn't do anything for this side, but if I just do like PayPal, it'll take me to the PayPal page, and Patreon, I gotta look into that. YouTube. I'll take a look at that link. But anyways, as far as that goes, in fact, just quick fix that link real quick. If I wanted to do one of these numbers, copy it, and just paste it into here to there. Some websites won't like this browser, by the way. I can guarantee you that, because you're not talking about the most secure thing. And this just gives me trouble. I guess what I can do. Oh, here we go. This works. If that did give me trouble, what I can do is just click whatever and press delete, and it'll just delete it. But anyways, as far as that goes, this has been Craig Bennett, founder and owner of TechViews Nope. And if you do have any questions or anything, feel free to ask me, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. Also, if you have any ideas for what I can make a application on, either on Windows or Android or whatever, then let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Even if it's an application for your business, just let me know. I mean, worst things worst, I would say no, but best thing that can happen is not only your business get an advertisement, you get a free application. But as far as that goes, questions, whatever, goes down below. And if you want to add anything in here, feel free to put that down below in the comment section. And if you want to help us grow, go ahead and check out our Patreon campaign and donate there. But if you like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and share. If you don't like this, go ahead and leave a dislike and tell me why, so I can fix it in future videos. Again, this has been Craig Bennett, founder and owner of TechViews Nope, and I hope you have a great day.